Hey there everyone, we're gonna do a different video today because I am going to talk about how much money I've made the past 3 months of being monetized. And I've been thinking of doing something like this like every few months or maybe every time I hit a milestone, because I guess it's a good way just to reflect on like where things have been, where things are at. And I also keep getting pushed these types of videos on YouTube because I guess that's the type of thing that I'm also interested in. So for anyone who is like really interested like in making a YouTube journey or seeing like how a small YouTuber, because that's what I am, a very small YouTuber with like 1,000 subscribers, like how much money did I make, and basically like what works, right? And so if you know me, we're gonna like deep dive in some analytics, and if you're not into numbers, then this might not be for you. So let's get into my analytics page. Okay, so welcome to my YouTube analytics page, and I am showing you right now the lifetime you see here, the lifetime range of everything that I have so far. And actually, this is the first time I'm looking at it. So I've actually had 266,000 views so far. You'll notice that I started the YouTube channel in July 17, 2021. So it's been a long ass time like doing the grind. And so I've had in that period, in that 2.5 year period, I have had 260,000 views, 20,000 watch hours. We're now at 1,335 subscribers, and we'll show you the revenue later. But basically, this has been a long ass grind getting from there to here. Getting from there to here. And maybe as a refresher to some folk who might not know, to get monetized, you need to hit a certain few requirements. So you need to hit 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. I'm only talking about the long form videos, not the shorts, because the shorts have another requirement thing. Maybe I'll put it here, but I'm not interested in that, so I'm not the person to ask for about shorts. Anyway, I hit that 4,000 watch hours like earlier in the year, but getting to the 1,000 subscribers, that took longer. And I hit the 1,000 subscribers around August 6th, and that's why we now have 3 months of data for my monetization conversation today. And maybe if we just like look at the past 365 days, you'd see that journey to get to here, because it has been like a long ass grind. And you'll notice that like I've started like getting fairly consistent views the past year actually, because fortunately when I transitioned into like doing like full-time reactions, Picard season 3 happened around April, and then we had like back-to-back seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race, which I'm really into. And then like just about the August range before I got monetized, there were the Drag Race stuff, and then Drag Race Philippines came out, Good Omens season 2 was out, and Strange New Worlds, Star Trek. Basically, I could divide my audience into 3 main buckets. That would be the Star Trek bucket, the Drag Race bucket, and the Wheel of Time bucket. I would maybe club Wheel of Time along with adjacent fantasy related stuff, but those are 3 main content that I would do, and all of that came to a head around August 6th. So if you'll notice here in August 6th, like I was at 975, I was so near. And because I posted that on Twitter and so many people retweeted and shared, so I got into the 1,000 mark by August 6th, and I was speechless. I'm still so happy that that happened. Anyway, so I hit that in August 6th, and I applied for the partnership, the YouTube partner program, and I got into it. Anyway, I know that you were here not for my melodrama, but to get into my analytics and to get to the number that we're going to be talking about. And again, I'm saying I haven't gone into this deep dive either, so I'm going to discover things along with you guys. So let's start with August, where I got monetized for the first time. So August, I had 30,000 views, 2,400 watch hours. Oh, I added 200 more subscribers. So I hit the 1,000 mark in August 6th, and I added 200 more within this period. Okay, I'm again feeling all sorts of feelings, but anyway, 200 more. And our magic revenue number was $40. I made $40 on my first month on YouTube. And again, for education for the folk, you're only able to cash in the YouTube money, the yacht money, in bunches of 150. Is it? Or $100? See, I don't even know. But basically, it's in bunches of $100. So I could not technically get this money yet, but it was there. And during this time, if you see, right, what was happening during this time? Let's take a look at my top content within the period. So my top content this period was Strange New Worlds, and that's because Strange New Worlds had like a couple of like super highly like high audience episodes, which was the musical and the crossover. Anyway, so those were like highly sought after, so people kept watching it. So I was fortunate to get this momentum from the Strange New Worlds because I kept getting views. Like season 2 episode 7, it came out in July 24, and yet I still got 2,000 views in August for it. But let's look at the revenue, because that's what you all want to see anyway. So, doing a deep dive into August, my top video in August was the Good Omens finale. So this is the Good Omens finale, and it made $7. So if you see, most of the episodes are around this range, right? $6. If we just look at the top 5, it would be $2 to $6. My CPM, which is the cost per mil, which is the cost per 1,000 impressions. I can't explain it to you guys. So interestingly, if you look at the cost per mil, you'll see that the Star Trek ones are way higher. That means that for every Star Trek episode, I would get more money per Star Trek episode versus, for example, Drag Race, which was hitting at around 2. And so that was August. Now let's get into September, which was my most lucrative. And do you know why September was the most lucrative? That's because the Wheel of Time Season 2 premiered. And if you'll notice, in September, people watched 27,000 times. There were 27,000 views. So this is less views than August. But the watch time hours, so the amount of hours people were watching each video, was 6% higher versus August. And I still got, a couple of hundred subscribers. And so, versus August, where I made $40, in September I made $78, double the amount versus August. And let's take a look at what made up that $78. And oh my god. Okay, so as you can see here, the Wheel of Time videos are making back. Like they were the highest performing ones in this period because not only were they making more, if you recall, in August I was making $2 to $6, and then suddenly once the Wheel of Time came in, it was like $4 to $8. And if you look at the cost, the CPMs of the Wheel of Time were way higher, right? Because if you recall, in August, we were lucky that Star Trek was hitting like 7 to 8 CPM, but the Wheel of Time is like consistently above $10. Like these are the top 6 videos. And again, you see Star Trek doing well at like $8, but all of the Wheel of Time was making $10, which is just so interesting. And I'm going down further. So we see most of the other Star Trek stuff, it's around $8. And so Drag Race is really not making me as much money because the CPMs are really low. And what's really interesting to see, and I just noticed it now, is that you can see the estimated monetized playback, which according to what's written here, it's when a viewer is shown at least one ad impression when watching the video, then it's counted. And so if you'll see, the Star Trek people saw more playbacks, but that's converting to less. Okay, someone will need to explain to me why that is, because the same thing's happening with Drag Race actually. Drag Race has the most views of these, and it's not converting into the cash. Okay, and let's head on to October. And in October, it's really been less because the Wheel of Time Season 2 had ended, like the bump here at the start was season 2, and my Drag Race stuff has also ended. So right now, all that I've been pumping out the past 4 weeks has been Star Trek, which has not been as much, right? So in October, it's 17,000 views, which is still a lot. I really have to change my perspective because September will always be an anomaly because the Wheel of Time is really something else, and I'm not gonna have that every time. Actually, after Star Trek ends, I don't know what I'll have as a constant. So obviously, August, September, October might be my highest before it all crashes down. Anyway, we'll see what happens in the next few months. But anyway, getting into it, we have 70,000 views, 1.7k watch hours. So that's 25% less than September. 69 subscribers. So I still got subscribers. I mean, I still hit 1.3k subscribers. And here's the surprising thing. How much did I make? I made $49.96, which is higher than August. And again, I guess you guys know already, this is mainly because of the Wheel of Time, because the Wheel of Time finale happened at the end, like at the start of October. So if we check it out, I'm gonna scroll down very slowly. If we check it out, so I made $49 in October as of this point. Half of that, almost half of that, was the finale of the Wheel of Time. It made $22. I'm still shocked that that's how much it made. If you recall, we've been getting like $8, $4, but the finale made $22. And then all the others are not making as much. But here's the funny thing again, because what you see here is that the Wheel of Time is hitting at that, above $10 CPMs, right? That's the normal thing. It's just that there were so many people watching the Wheel of Time. That's why we're getting $22. And we're still getting those really high CPMs from lower decks. And actually what's impressive with this is that I haven't been getting lots of views from lower decks recently. It's like at the 500, 400 range. And yet we're getting really good CPMs. So that's a good thing, because that means it's being converted well. That means I just need more views actually to convert that into more cash. So yeah, that's what I made so far. If you'll notice, we made $40 in August, $78 in September, $49 in October. And in October, like, that was mainly because of the Wheel of Time. So again, let's see what November will bring us, because we don't got any new content that is as massive as the Wheel of Time and my Star Trek stuff. And so we get to the conclusion of this video, and if you've been doing the math, I would not have been able to catch the math, but if you've been doing the math, we have a grand total lifetime value of $168 the first 3 months being monetized. And I just have to say, especially for any YouTuber, like new YouTuber who is just going through the journey now, I used to be really frustrated with the whole, oh no, it's like 1,000 subscriber, 4,000 watch hour. Like, why was there so much obstacles to get to being monetized? And my main reflection is the fact that those requirements instilled within me the need to consistently pump out content. It was just to have that discipline to consistently do it, to do the grind, basically. Because if I had gotten like anything viral at the beginning, like way at the start of like my YouTube journey, I know for a fact that I would not have been able to improve on myself as much, because doing something consistently every week has enabled me to improve on myself, improve on my content. And I guess that's how I want to end this video, which is to say, keep grinding. Hopefully it's something that you enjoy, and you keep doing it, and you keep grinding, and you gain that self-improvement. And hopefully wherever you are in your journey, you get to where you want. Every YouTuber's journey is very different. I've watched so many of these types of videos, and some folk got monetized the first 6 months and they were like making bank right away. To me, just the fact that I got to this, got monetized, got above 1,000 subscribers, those are all like massive milestones for me. So I'm just like eternally grateful to all of you who have been with me in my journey. Let's see what this looks like in the next few months. It might still look the same. I am completely keeping my expectations very low because I don't have any blockbusters coming soon. So make the most out of what you got, man. And if you like listening to me talk about these types of things, well, I won't be talking about this often unless maybe this becomes something that we do more often. But if you want to see reaction videos for some geeky stuff, comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Please like and subscribe. Join my Discord, support me Patreon, and I'll see you next time. Somebody's opinion.